Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Newbie here, episode 3, which means third appearance of yours truly. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 X-Men books you should get, which are affordable and that you should get before the MCU takes off. Now, again, it's speculation, but in my opinion, these are the top 5 affordable X-Men books you should be going to grab. I don't think anything is really that crazy in price. However, the top 2, there's a big gap in the prices. However, it's not uncommon or impossible to get all these books and probably make a profit when the characters show up. So again, this is my top 5 must-have affordable X-Men books right now. So let's get started. All right, guys, at number 5, we have Uncanny X-Men 282. This is the first appearance of Bishop. This is a book that you can find in the wild. I'm sure they're picking up right now. You can find them on eBay. I know I got the sold listings right here. I'm looking at copies sold anywhere from $9, $14, $8. Here there's a graded 9.4 that's sold for $53. Near mint, 1841. Very fine. $8.41. There's a lot of 10, actually, all near mint, 9.2 or better, 10 of them that sold for $99. It was in an auction, 32 bids. Now, again, guys, this is all just on eBay. If you go to the sold listings, you'll be able to see what the book sold for, and that's important because you'll be able to get a good grasp of what you should be paying for them. Again, top 5. This is number 5, first appearance of Bishop. Very affordable book. Like I said, a 9.4 graded was $53. So, I mean, when you put in the price of getting it shipped to CGC and all that, you're looking at about almost $45 Canadian. So, it's probably worth it. Again, guys, a lot of great deals on it. One sold very fine, $3. So, I mean, it depends what grade and where you want to go, raw or not, newsstand or not, but it's a pretty affordable book. So at number 5, first appearance of Bishop. Alright guys, at number 4, we have Uncanny X-Men 244, which is the first appearance of Jubilee. I believe the comic, or the nickname of the comic, is Ladies Night. As you can tell, it's all the women on this list. Great yellow cover. Again, very affordable depending on what you want. This is a comic that I believe will go up in price only because when X-Men comes back into the MCU, they're going to have to do those 90 characters really well. I think Jubilee is like a top character in that series that they could bring, especially for the people who grew up on those 90 shows, right? This book varies, again, just like 282, but you can find this book here. We got a very fine at 21, a graded at 9.4, with the Spidey logo, not the newsstand edition, but for $96. Again, 9.4 graded. We have one here, near mint, or no, very fine, $17. Fine, very fine, $25. Near mint, $40. Now, when you get to the 9.8s, obviously you're going to see some prices that are a little bit higher than most, but yeah, you got one here for $203, you got one for $223. It just depends on what you want. Again, there's a newsstand edition, there's the Spidey logo. You can find a newsstand issue that's in like a 9.4 or higher. That's a little hard to get, so definitely pick that up. But I'm seeing a lot of more of the normal editions, not the newsstand editions on here for the sold ones. But again, another book that if you wanted to get raw, really cheap. I mean, even the 9.4 that sold for $96, I'd probably pick that up. But you just got to know the margins, right? Again, really nice cover, the yellow. I like those yellow and whites on cover, so I like it. The only issue is, again, yeah, the character's not on the cover, which kind of, it's one of those things like a lot of collectors don't like. A lot of collectors like to see the character in their first appearance on the cover. So, again, another affordable book that's been out for a while, and I remember this book being like $10 years ago. So if you can pick it up now before the characters get into that stage where they're more relevant and they do them properly, you might save a few bucks and you might make a few bucks. So definitely get this one. Again, guys, number 4, Uncanny X-Men 244. All right, guys, down to number 3. At number 3, we have Uncanny X-Men 221, which is the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. This is the villain that I think is going to be very... I don't think he's going to be one and done. I see the Omega Red character being a one and done. Mr. Sinister, I feel like they'll be able to drag him out through a few movies or a few concepts. I'm predicting he shows up in like X-Force and is on that side of things. He was hinted at Deadpool 2. There are a few things he was hinted at there. And I would be on the lookout, guys. I picked up one, 9.2. I picked it up for $68, so that's not too bad. But on eBay, again, guys, like I'm just looking at the sold listings. I mean, they're anywhere from $28. There's a 9.8 at $373. I think that's a little high for it, to be honest with you, because here there's a 9 that sold for $100. Graded 9.8 here for $205. I'm looking at raw copies 9.0 at $55. So it just depends on where you want to go. If you want to grade it yourself, if you want to just hold on to it. Me personally, I like to buy from people, especially when they sell raw, that I know are good graders. I don't want to be told it's a 9.2, get it, and it's like a 7.0 kind of thing. But again, something to look to be on the lookout for with this book. I'm seeing copies all over, guys. The near mint 70, 9.0 signed 160. Here's another one, 9.2, $77. So again, it just depends, but this book is climbing. A lot of people think this villain will be around for a long time. I know personally I do, because it's not that I don't believe in that X-Men Annual 4, which is the first appearance of Omega Red. I just feel like that villain will be one and done. I feel they'll be able to fight that character off and then, move on to the next, where I feel like Mr. Sinister could be someone who, is dragged along and done from a few different movies and a few different angles. So, again, first appearance of Mr. Sinister, X-Men 221. Number 2 is Avengers Annual 10. Now, I know what you're thinking. I thought you were talking about X-Men. Yes, I am. I know this is an Avengers book. However, this is the first appearance of Rogue. Again, it's one of those, a lot's going on in the cover. There's a lot of characters. There's a lot of things going on. I always think it's a little funny because they have that Iron Man just kind of laying down, is what I always thought. But this is a book I've been looking for in recent days, but I can't find one that's affordable. I know I said affordable, but just compared to other books that I want, I'd probably go the other books before this one. However, raw copies go anywhere from like $70 to $90. I'm looking here, slab 9.4, going for $225, $210. There's one here that just $190 at 9.4, 9.6. You got $274 raw copies. I mean, you're seeing them all day. One right here, 6.0 slabbed, is going for went for $74. Sorry, all these are sold prices. But yeah, there's a lot of raw copies going in that 70 to 100 range. If you can find one slabbed, always obviously the better option. Yeah, guys, I would definitely pick this book up. Rogue in the 90s TV show was badass. I know I had a crush on her. This is a character, again, they didn't really do proper. They didn't do her justice in the older movies. You gotta forget all that. I think they get a good cast for this. I think she becomes badass. And I'm hearing rumors she might show up in Captain Marvel 2 as Captain Marvel and her butt heads, and then she's introduced into the MCU that way. But nevertheless, guys, I can't see them going the X-Men route without having Rogue and done properly. So look out for that. I would think it's kind of cool if they did a suit kind of like the 90s show, that green and yellow. But yeah, that looked badass, and hopefully they can do that character properly. Again, guys, this is number 2. Guys, hit the subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of your top 5, or if you guys agree with mine. So at number 1, and you can see mine's back right over here at 9.6, but it's X-Men Uncanny X-Men 266. It's the first appearance of Gambit. Guys, I can't stress, go get this book. I know the Channing Tatum thing. Supposedly on the shelf, scrap, whatever. Who knows? But you have to think that they're going to bring this character in. I love this character. I think after Wolverine, he's probably the second popular character on the X-Men. Very badass. I feel like if they casted him well, I didn't really have a problem with them going with Channing Tatum, but you know, it is what it is. But again, guys, a very affordable book with a lot of room to grow, especially if they do it correctly. But I'm seeing here, you know, 9.6 is at $293. I'm seeing 9.0 at $175. Signed copies at $245. There's a 9.8 here that sold for $700. I mean, hey, whatever. Some people just see one and then they just buy it right away. There's another 9.8 at $598, a 9.2 at $171. So it ranges, right, guys? But again, a very affordable book depending on the grade that you get. You can get the 9.2 to 9.6 at a reasonable price. There's no question in my mind you can get all of these books in this top 5 very cheap and very affordable. I've got the Gambit, I've got the Jubilee coming, and I just purchased. Well, I won't tell you. I'll show you guys when they come out. But definitely books that you are able to get very affordable, and who knows, these could be money makers if you want to invest in them. But again, really good books to just have in your personal collection once the X-Men take off. So again, guys, at number 1, Uncanny X-Men, $266, first appearance of Gambit. Definitely go get this.